So this post was sent to me. It was posted in the self subreddit. She says, husband said, I'm not attractive as I used to be. She says, yep, you heard that right. Edward, you son of a bitch. Why would you say that about me? I pushed out 3 babies of yours, went to the gym because of your sexual needs was not satisfied, and still your audacity to say I'm not attractive. I don't even know why I'm still with him. Maybe I'm still hoping he'll change, but F that. Can anyone put sense into my brain into divorcing him? I've tried therapy and it's not working at all. I hate the way I look. My husband thinks I'm fat and ugly. Maybe I'm fat and ugly. Edit. To the people coming in my DM calling me fat and ugly, don't you have a life of your own rather than sending such messages to a person who struggles with extreme insecurities? To clarify some doubts, I'm 28, he's 33. I got married to him when I was 19 and he was 24. After my third baby, I struggled to lose weight, and he made comments about how my vajayjay is just not the same anymore, and it feels weird having X with me. That was last year. I've tried everything. I weigh 60 kilograms now after the weight loss. Now he makes remarks about how I'll be better if it was 50 kilograms or under that. To those people who are saying don't divorce him for a dumb comment, well, I'm sick and tired of not getting appreciated, even though I've tried so much for him. For people like me that didn't know how many pounds 60 kilograms was, it's 132 pounds. He's treating her like this, and she's still smaller than the average woman. So, yeah, she should go ahead and just divorce this man. All right, so she says she's tired, sick and tired of not feeling appreciated. She says, I'm really considering divorce for real at this point, but some of you all suggested to talk to him as well. I'm going to talk to him today after he comes back from his business trip. Thank you to those with genuine advice. I appreciate it. And a big middle finger to those people calling me a MILF and asking me to meet up for effing. Y'all are disgusting. Okay, so the comments that started, the top comments were kind of silly. Margarita Mouse says, this is not love. And then Naughty Dad said, baby, do hurt him some more. Oh, whoa, whoa. And then they started up again. What is love? And someone else says, not this. Oh my God, this slayed me. Yes, more. This slayed me. But she pushed out 3 babies. Some more. Yes, these comments were in here acting up. Beta Pup says, I have a friend who is not only gorgeous, she's smart, funny, the whole package. My husband would always ask why I couldn't look like her. One day I looked him straight in the eye and said, sweetheart, if I looked like her, I certainly wouldn't be like you. We were divorced 2 months later. Life is too short to put up with a-holes. Damn. These men need to understand that they do not have a guaranteed wife built in because women will leave. Man Bear Pig Shark says, damn, that's a roast. Mickey Reddit says, a man finally found the perfect wife. She was smart, beautiful, kind. The only problem was she was looking for the perfect man. And then the person at the bottom says, the plight of the incel. These comments. The Gaffa says, F you, Edward, you piece of Aggregate, aggravating Duck says, I never liked him. Kind Masterpiece says, Team Jacob for the win. PT Bot says, came here to say that. Why are these people like this? I'm going to end it like this because these people are so unserious, but still, F you, Edward, you piece of poop. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. The dad of this post will definitely be a future resident of the Old Man Mojo Dojo Casa House. And for the new people who don't know, the Old Man Mojo Dojo Casa House is like the old man home for men who didn't have good relationships with their children or a wife. And so they have to have an old man community. Maybe not even such an old man community because a lot of these people don't know how to cook and clean and all that. That's the reason why I referenced the Old Man Mojo Dojo Casa House. That's just for the new people. Now, back to this post. This is posted in the Am I the A-hole subreddit. And he said, Am I the A-hole for telling my dad that he's effectively made me homeless? This is a man talking. He says, I, 22-year-old man, moved out of my dad's house around a year and a half ago. The deal he made with me was that I could always come back if I was struggling too much financially. I'm a university student and also working full time. My lease ends on September 1st, and since around July, he and I have been under agreement that I can move back with him starting in September. Fast forward to today, he texts me out of the blue and says that his current girlfriend isn't okay with me living there and that I'll need to figure something else out. Her reasoning was that she didn't want to have to hear me in the basement late at night since I get off of work super late. I would have been quiet. The most noise I would have been the alarm going off for 5 seconds when I opened the door. He told me this 2 weeks before my lease is up. I tried to make a case for myself and told my father that we've been in agreement for months that I can move back in, but he's still refusing. I told him he just effectively made me homeless and that if I had known sooner, I could move back in. I'm sorry, that I couldn't move back in. I would have looked for somewhere else. He told me that I needed to grow up and handle this like an adult to figure out my own problems. As it stands, most landlords aren't even renting out for September 1st at this point. I'll have to find a place for October 1st. Am I the a hole? And I circled that part, like, am I the a hole? Because what would he even be the a hole for? Like, what did he do other than think that he could move back in when his dad said that he could move back in? Like, I don't even know why he asked this question. Of course, you're not the a hole. Like, why would are you? Yeah, I don't even know why he would ask this question. He didn't say anything disrespectful. He just thought that he could move back in. The moderator says the OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. He said, I may be the a-hole because perhaps he is right and I need to figure this out on my own. Simply needing to figure something out on your own doesn't make you an a-hole. Owls and Cardinal says, not the a-hole. It's sad that he's not even willing to house you temporarily to give you time to find another option, given that he made a commitment to you. He's choosing his girlfriend's preferences over your basic needs and justifying it by saying, well, you're an adult, figure it out. Adult or not, you had an agreement and therefore had not made other arrangements, and it's totally inappropriate for him to withdraw that at this point. And then the OP says, exactly. If he had told me by the beginning of this month that I couldn't move back in, I would have had more than enough time to figure something out. Effective Olive says, ask your father how an adult handles this. Tell him that you have not run into any other adults who have had their housing promise ripped from underneath them with only 2 weeks' notice. Tell him most young adults have some support from their families if something like this does happen. Tell him you hope that his girlfriend is socking away enough money to care for him when he gets old. Send him a few posts from Reddit of parents who crawl to their children they denied basics to when they are old. He can see what the world thinks of those parents. Natural War says, mate, dad's penis is drowning out any logical thinking. CGM says, Robin Williams once said, God gave men both a penis and a brain. Unfortunately, not enough blood supply run to both at the same time. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Okay, so Used Mark says, not the a-hole. His girlfriend doesn't even live with him full time. This excuse feels flimsy. Have you had any other disagreements with him lately? It would be fine if he hadn't previously agreed that you can move in with him September 1st, but agreeing then reneging with so little notice is terrible. Would he at least allow you to stay with him for a couple of months while you find a new place? And then the OP says, I have a pretty peaceful relationship with my father. We rarely argue. I think the last time was over 2 years ago. I have no idea why this is happening now. And he continues with, and he said he would much prefer that I didn't stay with him since he doesn't want me to wake up his girlfriend when she stays over for the night. At this point, I don't even feel welcomed in that house. I'd sooner sleep in my car. CGM says, do you feel this situation will affect your relationship with your dad? And then the OP says, I think it already has, to be honest. Whole family was supposed to have a barbecue this weekend. I was looking forward to it, to getting to see the rest of my family, but now I'm not even sure I'm going to go. Eclectic Victual says, don't skip it because of him. Ice him out. Go and enjoy your family. Also ask them to help storing your belongings, and if they know of any places or can help you find a place to stay temporarily since your father withdrew his open offer and agreement on short notice. Ask family for help. Father is no longer family. At minimum, I would tell them, you always told me I had a place with you and you promised I could come back. The fact that your girlfriend, who doesn't even live with you, is dictating this decision is going to affect our relationship for the rest of our lives. At a minimum, I'm going to need to store my things at your house and hope I can trust you with that little. Also, it's a total cop out to say be an adult. You're an adult and you lied and broke your agreement. Just admit you prioritize X over your son and don't consider me family from now on because we aren't. Don't ever call me and need something because you're an adult and can figure it out, or ask your girlfriend. So yeah, at this point, if you said that, you shouldn't say, can I put my stuff in your place? You can't do both of those. From Decatur says, yes, yes, yes. It'll shame him a bit, most likely, which is some small consolation. But the best revenge is living well, and enlisting the help of people who care about you is one good way to do it. So I'm wondering, y'all, would you go? Do you think that this man is going to end up in the old man Mojo Dojo Casa house? Let me know. Join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, share. So last night I was out and I had a margarita with dinner. And I woke up a little late this morning and I was a little disoriented. And when I read the title for this post, I was like, am I drunk? Is my brain scrambled from that margarita, that one margarita? And then I was just like, let's just get into it. Let's read the title. Let's read the post. This was posted in the True Off My Chest subreddit. She says, I'm leaving my husband after his cancer came back because of his normal corn habits. I'm like, do corn habits give people cancer? I don't know. Let's read the post. She says, I hate corn. I think it's disgusting. And if you truly love someone, you would be able to give up watching naked people have X. It's ruined our society. My husband said he was on the same page about corn, but I found out it was a lie. He keeps doing it. He goes as far as to watch TikTok thoughts or Reddit posts of corn secretly. His corn habits are normal, like all men do these days, apparently. I guess his need for corn trumps everything else then. I cared for this man day in and day out when he had cancer. I changed his diaper when he was bedridden. I showered him. I made his favorite meals every day. I didn't care because I loved him and wanted him healthy and home. I loved and loved. I'm sorry, I loved and I loved. I listened to him. I supported him when he cried about his family. I told him he was great when he complained his boss didn't appreciate him. Today I picked up his phone to look something up. We know each other's passcodes. There's no secrets. But when I unlocked it, I'm looking at the nudes of some random porn star. He was incognito mode, of course. He told me last week that his cancers come back. That segue was just so like, what is going on? His cancers come back and he's decided to look at corn because he knows his wife will just take care of him. I'm filing for a divorce. I'm sick of him. He can rely on his corn to fulfill his needs. He wants a magical fairy tale love story for the two of us. Guess what? The love story has true love, not them lusting after after other women's naked bodies. Some people might say that it's not about the corn. It is. It's about the corn. He chose corn. I choose me. That's a good one. I like that line. That's why I circled it. He chose corn. I chose me. I choose me. For those acting, we had an active, normal ex life 2 to 3 times a week. I'm not going to have ain't canal sex or threesomes. I think that X is important, and I do believe in mutual pleasure. I don't have a problem with self pleasure. It's normal and healthy. I do not like corn. I will be leaving him. Everyone says all men watch corn, and I would rather be single. All right. So you heard her. This is a very interestingly written story. I think that it is a little jumbled because at first I'm thinking, did the corn cause the cancer to come back? I wasn't sure. What did you think as you heard me say this? The comments are kind of hilarious a little bit. Possibility says, I think the only reason I clicked on this post is because I misunderstood the title and was waiting to find out how his cancer came back because of his corn habits. Oof. Funny to who says, I was like, does this dude jerk off with asbestos lubricant? And then Ann's Brooks says, laughing my butt off, I was thinking some lube gave him cancer and wanted to find out which one. Nary Tina says, yep, I was thinking I was going to read some don't put your peen in that material to get horrified over. And then Cocky Bull says, asbestos. And the person at the bottom says, mesohornithelioma. These people are so unserious. This is a serious topic, and these people are so unserious. But I missed the joke at the bottom. Me so horny thelioma. A standard Redditor says watching corn causes cancer would be one hell of a PSA. Zena says next thing you know, each corno will come with a warning like those on a cigarette pack. Ooh, kinky, an addict. Uncle Guido says, isn't it bad enough that it causes blindness and hair to grow on your palms? Job says, it's like windmill cancer, but worse. T says, a comma would have saved a lot of people's time for sure. Just Requirement says, I thought he'd have abnormal corn habits. Lee says, yep, sure, was super keen on discovering how corn causes cancer, leaving disappointed. And then this person at the bottom was sitting up here trying to make the sentence make sense to where it was just, yeah, you see. After his cancer came back, comma, I'm leaving my husband because of his normal corn habits. So that is how Servile Pasta Lover corrected the sentence. Then Faraday tried to correct the sentence as well, could have even kept the same order and just added parentheses. I'm leaving my husband and then added the parentheses after his cancer came back because of his normal corn habits. These people are so unserious. They are literally trying to fix the sentence so we all understood. The last person is trying to be kind of serious with the comment, so I'm going to leave that there and just close out this post. I don't even know if it's real or not. I think that it is kind of interesting and kind of it is interesting. I'll just leave it at that. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.